Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this quick presentation of Twinmotion 2020. So it will be really one of the first presentation. We done a couple of them yesterday. So what is Twinmotion? Twinmotion is a visualization tool built on top of the Unreal, and it has a direct link with Revit. So let me right away. Once I have installed my plugin with Revit, I have the Twinmotion ribbon. If I want to send my project to Twinmotion, I will just click on See in Twinmotion button. It will start the synchronization with Twinmotion. I will import my project in an existing project where I have already imported other piece of 3D model that I've created in 3ds Max and some of them in Rhino. So I'm just going to import these small houses inside here. Now, for this project, you have created also a terrain, and in Twinmotion, you can import plenty of 3D file using different file formats. So here, I will just import my terrain as a .fbx file. And finally, I will just unhide another part of the project, the part that was created in 3ds Max and Rhino. So first of all, let's talk about Twinmotion user interface. It consists of three major panels. The first one is the library. It's native of Twinmotion, and it contains thousands of objects and materials. If you want to add a material, for example, to the terrain, I will come to the material folder, ground, nature, and it's just a basic drag and drop from the library to the viewport. You can just change that really quickly, just basic drag and drop. Let's head towards our project and see some other types of materials. So now we can come back to the head here and then enter the metal folder. We can drag brushed aluminum over here, and we can maybe on the side try some scales. Maybe not this one, maybe something like that. So the library is pretty basic. Drag and drop, contain thousands of objects natively inside Twinmotion. Second most important panel is the one at the bottom. It's what we call the dock. It's where you find all the options, the tools, and the settings. So for example, my material here is still selected, so I have a few options regarding this specific material. For example, here I can change the reflection of my material to make it fully chrome. I can change the scale of the texture. And if I go in the advanced settings here, I can even change the bump effect. One of the new things that we introduced with this new version of Twinmotion is the new vegetation. We have completely reworked all the vegetation. In case you don't know, last week we announced that Quixel joined Epic Games. Quixel is the creator of Megascan, the largest photoscan library of assets. That means that now in Twinmotion we will have access to thousands of objects coming from photoscan data. And this is the kind of quality that you can expect out of Megascan's assets. So really highly detailed mesh. So it starts with the new brushes. We have plenty of different brushes to add to the project, but it's the same thing for the trees. Now we have highly detailed trees, and all of those trees now exist in three different ages. That means that here I have the same tree, but if I select one, I can lower its age, and if I select the other, I can raise it. And here, it's not just a basic scale. It's really the shape of the tree that evolves over time. You will see something better when there will be more vegetation. Right now, I just have a couple of trees, so let's actually add more trees to the project to see how this growth feature can be useful. So how to add vegetation to Twinmotion? First way is just basic drag and drop. It's time consuming, but it gets the job done. Second way is with the multi-drop. The multi-drop, you select a tree, you hold the control key, you select multiple trees, and now at each time I will click in the viewport, I can quickly add multiple objects pretty quickly. One of the new things that we introduced with this new version, like for example, we have a big terrain, so multi-dropping tree one at a time, that could be time-consuming. One of the new things that we introduced with this new version is the spread tool. So here I have a drop box, I will just drop down some items, I will select them, I will select my bucket, and I will just click one time on my terrain. If I want to add more density, I will just click a couple of times to add more density until I have what I want. If I come closer to the ground, as you can see right now, we just have some trees under forest. So I'll come back to my library, enter the bush folder, so I just drag a few bush down here. We can also add some rocks, like this one and this one. Same process, I select the item, I select my bucket, I click one time on my terrain, and here I have scattered all my objects all over the place. And I have the same quality on all my terrain. I can go up to the edges of my terrain, I have the same level of detail. So this spread tool can be useful to populate a large terrain like that, but it can also be useful on smaller part of your project, like this roof. I'll come back here. I will come back to my spread tool, vegetation, grass. I will drag my grass over here. Same thing here. I will select my bucket and we just click a couple of times to add my grass to my terrain, to my roof. And it has been scattered on all my different roofs because there was just one only object. So in Twinmotion also, for those of you who are not familiar with it, there is a complete ecosystem. So if I come over in the settings, weather, we have 3 sliders. First one is controlling the cloud coverage. So if I start to drag this slider here, cloud will appear, it will start to rain, and the rain affects automatically all the material of the project. As you can see here, there is nothing to do for that, it's completely automatic. Second slider controls the season. So if I start to drag this one here, we'll switch from summer to winter. And if I come back to my first slider, because it's freezing outside, it won't rain anymore, it will start to snow. So this is available in the current version. What is really new is the new slider that we call the growth. I've told you that all the 3 exist in 3 different ages, and we wanted to give the user the possibility to visualize the project at delivery. So this is the project at delivery. And if I select this slider, I can visualize how the vegetation will evolve over time. So in 20 years, it might look like that. And in 30, 45 years, I can't even see my project anymore. This new version, we also, first in Twinmotion, you can precisely geolocalize your project to make some proper sun study. We also have a physical sky that use real parameters for all the sky intensity. So let's come on this side of the project. I want to add a bit more vegetation. So as you saw, there is plenty of way to add vegetation with the scatter tool, the multi-drop tool. Again, here we just add a bit more tree in front of the project because I don't really want to see my terrain. So as you can see, you can pretty quickly vegetalize a small area. Also, what I would like to do is work on the edges where my terrain touch my ocean. So for that, I will use the paint tool. The paint tool, you select a few items you want to paint. For example, those rocks over here. Then you select your brush of a diameter, and you just paint the rocks directly on the terrain. So I just paint that on the edges. Right now, there is a bit too much density. So I just select my item and set the density I want. So now I'm good with that. Maybe it's time to create an image. So to create an image in Twinmotion, it's fairly simple. I will come to the media dock, image. I will click on the big plus button. This will create a new image. I like to work with a more cinematic camera, so I will come to the camera settings. I will switch to a 50mm focal. Can just update my point of view. I like to work also with a wider screen, so I'm just switching to something a bit wider like that. I will just update my point of view, something like that. I'm good with this image. I can right away come to the export dock, select my image. I will click on Start Export to send that to my desktop. By default, Twinmotion export on a 2K resolution, but you can go up to 8K. And here, as you can see, my image has been already generated in 3.6 seconds for a project around 34 million polygons, so it's quite fast. And here, if I come to my desktop, I have my image generated like so in just 3 seconds. Back to Twinmotion, let's actually create some other image so we can have one closer to the main lobby of the hotel. Can change the time of day in this specific image. We can have another one in the parking area. Somewhere like that. Same thing here, just going to change the time of day, so we have some as you can see, you can really visualize how the time of day will affect the lighting inside your project. In this new version of Twinmotion, we have completely reworked the depth of field using real camera settings. So now you can really have some nice effect on the DOF. We also have a tool that helps you to define which area in your image is in focus. So it's pretty easy to use. As you can see in the parking lot over here, we just have some basic boxes. It's because in 3ds Max, I just place those boxes as dummy. In Twinmotion, we have a quick replace tool. So I will just select my boxes. As you can see, they are all here in this folder. I will right-click on this folder and click on Replace Object. I will come back in my library and now enter the Vehicles folder, Cars. I will just drag and drop a few vehicles down here. And in just one click, Twinmotion will automatically replace all my boxes by the object I have set up in my Dropbox. And even after I've placed the car, I can select them, I can move them, I can change the color of them, whatever. So back to my images. Twinmotion was really designed to be used as a quick prototyping tool. So what I would like to do here is create a new point of view. I will just actually create 3 times the same point of view, and I want to create 3 totally different ambiances. First one will be this nice sunset. Second one, we can come back earlier in the day. We can change the seasons, switch to winter. We can have some snow falling, and we can raise the fog. Finally, third image, we can be now in the morning. And same thing here, you come to the weather. We can add some rain, just a little bit. And again, just a little bit of fog. So here, in just less than 1 minute, I've created these 3 totally different ambiances. That just give you an idea of how you can work easily and fast with Twinmotion. Now in Twinmotion, you can also create videos. In this new version, we have simplified the way you create a video. And we have a lot of text that helps you to learn, to know what you need to do. So when you click on the plus, it creates a first keyframe. This is the starting point of the video. Then you just move the camera inside the viewport. You click on the plus. Twinmotion creates automatically the animation between the first keyframe and the second one. If I want to add more keyframe, I will just keep my camera moving, click on the plus, and Twinmotion take care of all the job. I can create multiple clips. So let's create one like here. On this one, again, just going to change the time of day, so we are not always in this nice sunset. We can also have a third clip, maybe on the roads. Same thing here, just changing the time of day, so we can see a nice effect on the roads. Yep. So here I have my 3 shots that I can preview directly inside Twinmotion. I can also we have a glimpse of a video editing tool. So here I have my 3 shots. I can move them around. I can set up a transition behind them. It's pretty basic. And let me actually create also a time lapse. So here I just created a 4th part. I will just put it at the end. In this part, I will just make two keyframes. So I have just this nice movement. On the last keyframe, the time is set at 9 p.m. That's fine. On the first keyframe, I will just put it in the morning. And now Twinmotion automatically creates the time evolution. There is nothing else to do. The first keyframe is set to 1 time, the second is set in the afternoon, and Twinmotion automatically creates the animation. So what next? In this new version of Twinmotion, we introduce more tools for making project review, and it starts with the X-ray materials. So here I've imported the MEP as a separate FBX. So I just unhide the MEP. As you can see here, I have all my pipes that are going below the project. So the new option that we added here is in the settings. So actually, let me just check all the material inside my project. So we have the clean water, the used water, and the electricity. So we start with the clean water. I will come to the settings. Actually, we don't need that for now. And here we have the new X-ray option. When you turn this option on, you can see, you can visualize your pipes throughout all the geometry inside your project. Same thing here, I will take my used water, enable the X-ray, I can change the color to whatever color I want. And again, same thing here for the electricity, just going to switch to red. And here now I can navigate through my project. I can see where the pipes are going, where the electricity, where the vents are going, while making my project review with my clients. And since in Twinmotion there is a layer system, you can just turn that on and off. You can also plug that inside your media. So if I come back to my image, I can create this first image without the MEP. I can unhide my MEP and create a second image. And here I've just 2 times the same point of view, but with and without my vents and pipes. Adding to that, for making project review, we know that usually people need to add some notes. So first, let me actually just change the material on the floor. This one doesn't look that great. It's the base material that comes from Revit. So I just come to the concrete folder and drag this polished concrete on my ground. So now it's much better. So yeah, I was talking about notes. In Twinmotion now in the tools folder, we have notes. You can drag and drop notes inside your project. You can just expand and collapse them. You can change the size of them. You can add title, description. It takes a thumbnail. And all those notes, you will be able to export them as a BCF file that you can import them back inside Revit. And in Revit, you will retrieve the title, the description, and the thumbnail. So you're just making project review and you see some error in the geometry. So you add your notes, you send back to Revit, and you make the changes in Revit. And since Twinmotion has this direct link with Revit, that means that you can, all the work done in Twinmotion is never lost. So for example, here, if I want to change something like this door here, just going to switch to the opened version of this door. If I want to send that back to Twinmotion, I just click on Send to Twinmotion, and now my door is open. And everything I've already set up in Twinmotion hasn't been lost. In this new version of Twinmotion, we also completely rework all our 3D characters. So in Twinmotion, we have a library of around 60 3D animated characters. Each of those characters have some color presets, so you can change the color of the clothes. You can change the pose. Maybe he's in idle state, maybe he's sitting on the ground, maybe he's lying, maybe he's even dancing. And for each pose, we have a list of animations. So maybe he's doing this dance, maybe he's doing another one. So we have all those 3D animated characters that are real photoscan data. Then we have some ready pose characters that looks also, that is really, it's photoscan data, so it's really, really highly detailed. So you can drag and drop character one at a time like that, but in Twinmotion to add characters a bit quicker, we also have some groups. So if I select this group of 3 characters, now at each time I will click in the viewport, Twinmotion will randomize the 3 characters, so hopefully you won't see any repetition. Same thing, they are all in 3D, they are all animated, but if you want to make them walk, we have a tool specific for that. I'll come to my context, path, character path. I will select my pen here, and I will just basically start to create a spline. Once I release my tool, character automatically start to walk along the path. And it's that simple to create animation inside Twinmotion. It works for the characters, but also for the vehicle, the bicycle, and the custom paths allow you to animate pretty much everything from a plane taking off to just a boat riding on the water. Finally, with Twinmotion, so we can export images, video, we can also export 360 images, so panorama. And then we have what we call the presenter. The presenter is a standalone executable file of your project that doesn't require Twinmotion. It's just export a .exe that you can send to your client so he can immerse himself into his project. So this new presenter works like a PowerPoint on steroids. So you can just create some slides. You just drag and drop the media you have set up inside your project. So let me just drag a couple of images. I can drag and drop also a video, maybe some more images like the one with and without the MEP. So here I can create my presentation. And at the end, I export that as a standalone viewer. When my client will double-click on the executable file, it will be just like that, in full screen mode. The presentation could be open, it could be free. That means that the user can either play the presentation or he can just navigate wherever he wants. But the presentation can be also in a locked state. That means that you will define specific point of view and the user will just be able to follow the point of view you have set up in your presentation. And here I'm just basically switching to my different slide, just similar to a PowerPoint. Here I have different variation of the same point of view and I'm switching from one to another. After that, I have my video that will start to play. And also Twinmotion, since everything is in real time, at any moment, if I have a VR headset plugged in, it's just one click to switch to VR, and you can do all that stuff in VR, changing the time of day, the weather, changing the materials. And that's it for this quick introduction to Twinmotion. Thank you, everyone.